wanted to say hello and meet you, and thank you for being here today.
Oh,
This is
my
great.
pleasure.
Thank
Well,
you.
can you imagine?
So first of all, John, thanks for being here today.
Right.
This is part of a video series. I want to give credit to Mike McLaughlin, class of 71, for creating the idea of videotaping DeMatha luminaries. I call it. This is our DeMatha luminaries series.
I like that word.
And with John Kelly's Tom Ponton and myself, Bob Kavetsky. And we're here to talk to John about his life and his time at DeMatha. So,
And one of the biggest negatives we dealt with, when we went to West Virginia, they were repairing the town. And but I don't know why, but they put us in an area that had the campers that were doing the underground stuff. Well, my mother wasn't used to that. And my mother had a very British accent. My father didn't because he was Irish. And my father was in demand bricklaying all over West Virginia. So finally my mother said, we're either going back or we're moving. So that's when we came to Washington. Because of that, because the people in that town were driving my mother crazy.
What is your earliest memory of DeMatha?
What was my earliest year?
Yeah, the first thing you can remember, like when you first came to DeMatha.
Father Mike.
Right, such a memorable guy.
I went 1 year to Hightsville High School.
Oh, okay.
And big thing was, I went to school in London, outside Wembley.
Right.
But I went over one day to right next to where the school was Wembley Stadium. I went over there one day. 2 American teams were playing football. I never forgot it. For some reason, it stuck with me. I wanted to learn how to play American football. Well, nobody else taught it until I went to DeMatha. And they taught me how to play, and that's when I played for DeMatha.
So you played 2 years or so?
I played, I think it was almost 4 years. I played DeMatha. I graduated in '52.
Right.
And we played, Gonzaga and St. John's were kicking butt all over town.
Right.
And I think we took a couple of them on and beat them, which back then in those days was a legend.
Right.
You know.
so what position did you play, John?
Center.
Center.
Yeah.
Now, did you play offense and defense?
Yeah.
What did you play on defense? Do you remember? You must have been a lineman.
I was in the back. I was one of the back guys. One thing, I was never a fast man. I was good and steady, and you couldn't knock me down. But I wasn't a speedster.
Yeah.
I could run. But when I went to DeMatha, our first classroom was a stable. So they built a class, and then they built that new building. And a guy named Joe Lassig, I don't know if they knew the name. He was in my class, and he had a car.
Right.
And he was the only one at the time that had a car. And we moved his car on a roller onto the 3rd floor of the new building.
Of the stable or the new building?
The new building, and they were building it.
Right.
And we put his car up, and then we took the elevator back down, and he had to get his car back down from that 3rd floor.
Lassig was actually a year behind. He was a class of '53
Oh yeah.
at DeMatha. But
Well, I graduated in '52.
he was a big football player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Joe was. I remember Joe. Joe played with me.
Yeah, he was a very good football player.
Yeah, he was good. But he was not only was a big guy, but he was a big guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he was. But Walt, probably the best I ever saw was Walt Cogram.
Right.
Because I think Walt, after that, played professional. He played the Texas Rangers, I think.
At least semi-pro, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Walt, wound up being a Secret Service agent on
That was
the
it.
Kennedy detail.
That's it. Yeah.
Though he was not in Dallas the day Kennedy got shot, he was with Kennedy in Dallas the day before Kennedy got shot. Yeah.
And him and I were good friends, but he taught me how to play football. Because I knew how to play soccer and all the European sports.
Right.
The reason I left high school, because we won the soccer championship. My class, in the 5 of them were Europeans. And we kicked the hell out of everybody when it came to soccer. And my brother stayed there, and I said, enough of this, I want to learn how to play American football, because I saw 2 American teams playing that stadium in London.
Right.
I said, man, I'd like to know how to play. And that was, it got stuck in my head, I don't know why.
Who was the smartest kid at DeMatha when you were here? Do you remember? Who do you think the smartest kid was?
Well, the closest friend I had was Walt Cogram.
Yeah.
Well, Walt taught me how to speak American, how to play American, and he played next to me on the football team. So he really went out of his way to educate this immigrant.